Good day everyone, especially to our professor, Dr. Corazon M. Proresca. I am Charlene May D. Lopez. This is my concept paper writing entitled Words Recognition and Reading Comprehension Performance of Grade 3 Pupils of Hinalaan Integrated School. So Chapter 1, my introduction and background. Reading is an activity with a purpose. A person may read in order to gain information or verify existing knowledge, or in order to critique a writer's ideas or writing style, or to enhance knowledge. The main purpose for reading is to comprehend the ideas in the material. Without comprehension, reading would be empty and meaningless. On the part of the researcher's everyday interaction, especially in the teaching process, she witnessed cases where pupils are capable of reading the words, but faced much difficulty in expressing their comprehension of the main ideas. The researcher also encountered that the pupils had a solid grasp of phonemic awareness and social discourse. The Department of Education officials and educators are joining forces to remedy the situation. That's why they launched Philippine Informal Reading Inventory or PIL-ERI program. But it is saddening to note that the result of the pretest in PIL-ERI in silent English dated 2022 that out of 12 male, 1 or 8.33% are independently comprehend and 2 or 18.18% are female out of 11. The other percentage were distributed in other levels such as frustration and instructional. In the latest survey conducted by the researcher to the pupils who disclosed that the pupils didn't listen to their teacher just because they are engaged in destructive activities. One of the pupils mentioned that they did not understand because of the unfamiliar words in the selection. The researcher had a casual interview with the teacher, and she disclosed that pupils' interests affect their poor reading. It is indicating the deterioration of the quality of education in our country. It is also indicators that there are factors that contribute the pupils to diverse their interests. Absenteeism, lack of financial support, pupils' interest or reading habits may cause their poor reading comprehension. The researcher comes up some ways to help the pupils to make an action on which the school institution and community can be a catalyst of change to produce a 21st century learners in the aspect of language literacy. The researcher thinks an intervention program on which pupils are grouped according to their proficiency, which can enhance their language. Different strategies which pedagogy approach can be applied depend on the pupil's need. Possible solutions such as phonological awareness should be stressed, especially on the low performers. Phrases structure can be applied. Both low and average pupils and vocabulary should be enhanced for them, and paragraph understanding for the high performer to develop their comprehension skills. The problem that has been arising in this school since then will be an eye-opener to some other complex difficulties that learners have faced. Thus, making of intervention to remedy these problems is of great aim of this research. So this is the significance of the study. This study may be of great significance to the following school administrators, as the results of this study may be beneficial to the school heads. They may use the findings of this study in crafting programs and activities to bridge reading gap between students in school. They may consider the result of this study for the inclusion in the administrative planning. Teachers may benefit from this study as their basis for helping their learners to enhance vocabulary awareness. Teachers may integrate reading in the delivery of their lessons. Furthermore, they may also use this intervention to develop prosody in reading in their own classroom settings. Parents, as it will be used by the parents to encourage their children to read more to improve their reading fluency level. For learners may use this study as their guide on how to improve reading. This will help them improve and develop prosody in reading for them to become good and fluent speakers. Furthermore, learners' reading fluency will be improved and enhanced using the intervention. Future researchers may use the findings of this study as reference for future research. Statement of the problem. Generally, this study aims to enhance the language skills of grade 3 pupils of Hinalaan Integrated School. Specifically, it seeks to answer the following research questions. Number 1, what is the word recognition level and reading comprehension of grade 3 pupils in terms of phonological awareness, phrases structure, vocabulary words, paragraph understanding? Number 2, what are the least learned competencies of grade 3 pupils in reading proficiency in English? Number 3, what are the reading difficulties incurred by the pupils as perceived by the teacher respondents in terms of phonological awareness? B. Phrases structure. C. Vocabulary words. D. Paragraph understanding. Number 4, what is the intervention employed by the teacher in terms of A. Phonological awareness, B. Phrases structure, C. Vocabulary words, D. Paragraph understanding. Number 5, is there a significant relationship between the word recognition and reading comprehension to the reading difficulties incurred by the pupils? 6, is there a significant relationship between the word recognition and reading comprehension to the intervention employed by the teacher? Review of related literature. The following related literatures found to be relevant and related to this study were reviewed and summarized below. So the field area only provides an approximation of pupils' ability in word recognition and comprehension with his/her grade level. The findings are to be regarded only as very tentative indicators of pupils' reading levels and competencies to modify, when necessary, a classroom reading program by Miller 1995. According to Combs of 2012, cited that oral language is essential for success in conventional reading. Bill Jones of 2011 mentioned that oral reading by a student with guidance and feedback from teachers allow them to apply and build them phonics skill to sound out words and help them to create the alphabetic word. And here are some of my review of related literature. Next is conceptual framework. The process involved first, the identification of words, and second, the engagement of language processing mechanisms that assemble these words into messages. These processes will provide contextually appropriate word meanings, parse word strings into constituents, and provide inferential integration of sentence information into more complete representation of extended text. These representations are critically enhanced by other knowledge source. Chapter 2, Methods. So, research design. This study employs a quantitative research approach through a descriptive correlation research design. Quantitative research allows the researcher to investigate the relationship between variables and generalized real-world settings. It produces results by collecting numerical data with the help of statistical functions by Muhis 2004. Quantitative methods are used when the research has already been studied and previous results or findings are available by Walkman 2006. A descriptive research design is a study to depict the participants accurately. In contrast, the independent and dependent variables data will be tested through inferential statistics in correlation studies. Next is local of the study. So this study be conducted at Hinalaan Integrated School at Barangay Hinalaan, Calamansig, Sultan Kudarat, where the respondents are located. It is 17 kilometers away from the municipality of Calamansig, which can be traveled 15 to 20 minutes using motorcycle. Next is respondents of the or participants. The respondents of the study consist of 23 grade 3 pupils. In terms of the phonological awareness, phrase structure, vocabulary enhancement, and paragraph understanding, it hopes to determine the relationship of intervention specifically in the areas of phonology, vocabulary words, phrase structure, and paragraph understanding. It was grouped according to their capacity. There are 4 groups, namely, phonological awareness consists of 13 pupils who are belong to the level of frustration. Phrase structure consists of 4 pupils. Vocabulary group consists of 3 pupils and 3 pupils for paragraph understanding group. The last 3 groups belong to the level of instructional and independent readers. Instrumentation and measures. The study will be conducted during the first quarter of the school year 2022-2023. The questionnaire will be used as the main data gathering instrument. The questionnaire will be developed by the researcher to conduct the study. Data gathering procedure. Before gathering data, the researchers will send a communication letter with the research instruments attachments. A letter will be sent to the school division superintendent of the division of Sultan Kudarat, which contains permission to conduct this study and data gathering. The approved permission letter will be presented to the school principal of the chosen school. With the assistance of the non-teaching staff, the researchers will administer the questionnaires to the respondents. The respondents will be given ample time to answer the questions and will retrieved personally by the researchers. Research tool instrument. So researchers made questionnaire on words recognition and reading comprehension. Performance of grade 3 pupils at Hinalaan Integrated School, school year 2022 and 2023. So here is my questionnaire. Chapter 3. So this is my references. So that's all. Thank you.